Yo, 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 what up, guys? It's your boy SonTj here. So it's 1:22 a.m. and it's been about like like a week and a half since the last manga chapter spoiler review I've done. And this is manga chapter 323. And if you're new to the channel, because I usually get a lot of new viewers, we talk about Dragon Ball, like Naruto, Marvel, DC. We talk about a lot of things on this channel, including spoilers. So if you want more content like that, please, like, share, subscribe, and also check out the merch. I got some cool merch if you're into Dragon Ball stuff. I got original character on shirts, tank tops, etc., etc. But today, we got the spoilers here thanks to Atsu's Discord, My Hero Academia Paradise, and I'm going to read these spoilers the best I can, but just know Japanese is not my first language, even though I've gotten better with certain names because I know people have been on my head about certain stuff. Again, I'm going to give it my best shot. So let's talk about these spoilers here of the manga chapter 323. So the chapter begins with a flashback of the students at the principal office just before they went after Deku. Ida remembers the principal's words about showing everyone how effective UA Berry is, but he thinks that if they can bring back Midoriya peacefully, that would be enough to calm the civilians. Nezu disagrees, saying that it's not enough. Deku is currently the hero's trump card, so protecting him without proper security measures will be risky, which is true. After Tartarus was invaded, Nezu made some improvements to the school's security system. Now UA barrier is not only a barrier, but it makes UA move. Interesting. The campus has been divided into several smaller areas, and all of them are connected to engined transportation devices. As soon as any sign of invasion is detected, all these areas will be transported to an underground shelter. From there, they can take various routes all across Japan. Kaminari says this sounds like something straight out of a robot anime. Nezu goes on to explain it furthermore. The underground of the whole area surrounding UA has been covered with 3,000 layers of fortified metal plates. Dang. And any abnormality detected in at least one of them will have active security system and its transportive devices. In addition, the plates also serve to delay any villains trying to attack, giving the students and civilians time to get underground shelter. Okay, trying to get under the underground shelter. The other heroes' schools have also reinforced the security system and connected to the underground routes like Shiketsu. Tokoyami comments that this whole deal with metal plates seemed to specifically made to deal with Shigaraki's decay, which is a smart move. And he asks why the principal already starting this plan. I'm sorry, the Discord, the person who wrote this, they have some misspellings and some words that can kind of run on. Plan to be back in the cultural festival. He jokes that he likes to spend money, but then explains that he is very cautious, even these small steps that may seem illogical at first can be essential for walking down difficult paths. We cut back to the present with the civilians refusing to let Deku in. Deku's mother, Bakugo's mother, Jiro's parents, it's Eri, right? Am I saying that correctly? In the dorms with Class B. Kota with, I'm not going to even try to attempt to say that name, are shown all of them and very concerned. Number 13 comments that some people were convinced that Nezu's speech about most of them weren't correct. Genus interrupts Mike's shouting and starts talking to the civilians, explaining that they try to use Deku to attract the villains, but it didn't work. He says that even though Deku is Shigaraki's target, he's also the hero's greatest weapon. He understands that this is not the ideal situation, but says that this is the best they can do and asks them to let Midoriya come in. This also kind of confirms my theory that I think Deku at this moment is the strongest hero. I think he's stronger than Endeavor. I know me being a power scaler, I always got to throw that in there, but I think that's pretty warranted of how important, how much he's been just taking on these villains and taking on a villain what's her name again? I'm trying to remember homegirl's name. The hero that was kind of like an Itachi of the group. He was able to beat her one-on-one and just be able to beat so many different people. Lady Nagant. There we go, Lady Nagant. But to continue, the civilians seem to get even angrier, saying that the country is only in such chaos because the heroes have failed And now, because they failed again, they want to force the villains to take even more risks, which is pretty reasonable. But while they're yelling, Iruka, I don't know if I'm saying that correctly. Uraraka? Hold up. Let me check if I'm saying this correctly, because I might just say her first name. Okay, I'm just going to say Ochako. I feel like I say that Ochako better. I'm not trying to get yelled at in the comment section. But Ochako begins her speech by saying that Deku does indeed have a special power. The civilians respond by saying that this is exactly why he can't stay in UA. But Ochako says that Deku himself thought this way. He tried to walk away so desperately that all of them had to take him back. Okay, so this is Ochako's moment. Okay, because I wanted this because, Ochako is, Midoriya's, girlfriend in the future. We all know this. So she continues asking the civilians to take a good look at how Deku looks after all this burden by himself and leaving. There are some panels of emphasizing his claws. I'm glad they're actually, showing how different his design is before he started doing this vigilante stuff. Just showing how beat down his outfit is, and the villains start to gasp and look at him. Ochako says that Deku is the one who wants to do something to change the current state of things, and things the most, and he keeps moving for other people's sake, even though he knew he could be attacked at any moment. At this moment, the giant woman Deku saved in chapter 310, I think it's like the animal lady, the furry lady, and recognizes him. Ochako continues her speech saying that having a special power doesn't make Deku special. Bakugo then appears on Deku's side saying that civilians desperately rioting even while ignoring the security system is an example of what he told them last chapter, something Deku himself can't handle by himself. He needs to leave it to them. It cuts to an eternal monologue of Nezu acknowledging that taking the first step is always hard. However, he thinks that this step is specific will lead to the birth of a hero who surpasses even All Might, aka Midoriya, Izuku Midoriya, my boy. And end of the chapter, the last panel, Ochaku screaming into the rain. That was a lot of reading on my end. I'm sorry if my grammar and just overall reading sounded a little bit more monotone. It was a lot of reading, and again, the person who did these translations, again, it was a lot of like words that was kind of repeated and some grammar issues here and there. But yeah, I like this chapter. It's just kind of showing some more of Deku, his perspective being explained, because some people think Deku went full edgy and everything he's doing is not really good or whatnot, but I'm glad this chapter is kind of validating what he's going through, and that you have his actual classmates explaining to the angry mob of what Deku's trying to do. I like that they're acknowledging that Deku is their greatest weapon and they need to take care of him and help support him mentally. And I like that Bakugo is still trying to show Deku like, hey, leaving again is not the right move. And we're also seeing that UA is making some moves to justify Deku coming back. I know some people are still mad. They feel like it's cliche that Deku decided to come back and he didn't just destroy Class 1A or whatnot. But I think this is a great move, man. Again, if you like you like the spoiler review, you like getting the spoilers early, make sure to subscribe. We're doing these spoiler reviews every time we get the chance. I just got to make sure the quality is pretty well. And if you're also into Dragon Ball Super, I've done some videos of the latest Dragon Ball Super chapter. I talk about Vegeta. I talk about his new Ultra Ego form. So check that out. And if you want to support the channel, like I said before, you can check out the merch that is linked in the description, and I think it should be linked in my cards. I'm not gonna do this every video, but again, it'd be really cool if anyone could support, buy the merch. I got mask, shirts, and etc. And yeah, man, I love this chapter. Again, let me know if you want me to review the full chapter. I feel like people care a lot more about the spoilers than me talking about the full translated chapter. But hey, let me know if that's something that you'll want for future content. But anyway, that's all for me. SonTj, peace. Love you all.